Hello. Say hello.
Hi.
So for this video, what I wanted to do is, because Bobby is such a crazy person, I wanted to break up with him on camera because I was nervous. Just kidding. What I am going to do is we're going to start this new thing. It's called The Talk. And what The Talk will be is us talking about basically things that are going on right now after drinking some type of alcohol, wine, beer, whatever. And so today we have good old box wine, Franzia Sunset Blush. You drink some of this,
What?
come check back in, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
You have no idea what we're doing?
I don't.
You didn't like the beginning of it?
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
We'll be back. Start with the first one right now. Got this mostly for Bobby. He's still a little shook from the beginning of the
He's an asshole.
Why didn't you like it?
I just, why would you do that?
What?
I had no idea what we're doing.
I thought it would be more fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cheers.
To the talk?
To the top.
To the fucking talk?
In the great words of Grace and Helbig the First, what's your deal?
So, I don't know how to answer that.
You get them every time.
It's every time.
Well, you in fact don't deserve a drink.
Yes, I do. So what is this?
I'm trying to figure out your deal.
My deal?
Why are you not on camera? Scoot over.
Because I don't like my ear.
Yeah, your right ear is better.
They have pinning for your ears. I just want this one back a little bit because it makes me look like me.
Do you have any questions for me besides what is this?
No, I had no idea this was happening. I ask you questions all the time. I would have been more prepared. I would have said less questions earlier.
You gotta get ready when you stay ready.
You're obnoxious.
This is only glass number 2.
No, it's like it might be 4.
2.
Yours is filled up to here, right?
Yep.
So a proper pour
I
of
don't
glass
care.
is roughly up to here. So when you're up to here, you can double that.
Number 2.
Okay.
Hey, 7.
Isn't she cute? Her mohawk is awesome. You want some wine? Here.
She's the sweetest. What was it? So what's your deal?
Look, I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what's going on in his head. So what are we talking about?
Just everything. My things that I wanted to talk about are mostly like current things, pop culture, all those whatever buzzwords they use now. One of the biggest things, I think. How do you feel about the new Little Mermaid?
I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am in 100% agreement.
Right. Very excited.
However, what annoys me is how most of like white online is so bothered.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, you've seen the town that I come from. There's nothing but,
It's for black people.
I mean, it's very rural, and they, I don't think, are okay with it. They're not okay with me being in LA.
I'm sure.
So, like, it's different.
Right.
And I think that people have gotten very comfortable with their ignorance. And their way of thinking is like the way of thinking. Yeah. You know? So like taking on a new perspective is not something that they want to happen.
Yeah.
So I think them, and just speaking for them, but it could be more than that. It's a lot about like accepting your ignorance, and I don't think that they're willing to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, that's literally what it is. Like, you have to know that. Like, it's so ignorant. Like, I mean, when The Little Mermaid was made, first of all, they didn't have many black characters or people on TV, period. Which is why it took until very recent that Princess Tiana is the first black Disney princess that they have.
But she was a fraud for a lot of it.
For most of the movie, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just such a thing where they feel like, I don't know, like you can't have people of color doing all these things and having like these new princesses and things for people to look up to, you know? I don't know. I think the not accepting is what really bothers me so much, because people want to act like there's not racism, there's not, you know, colorism, there's not any of these things, when in fact you have somebody like a cartoon character of a mermaid. Mermaids aren't real, but a mermaid is causing such a divide between races right now because people are mad that a black girl who is very deserving of the role is trying to play it. Like, literally what I sent Bobby earlier, I'm glad he's looking at. It was a post done on the actual Washington Post by Meredith Simons, who talks about people of color being played by white people, which is on the complete opposite. And again, a lot of these characters, well, some of them are fictional characters that were written and originally were people of color and switched. And then some of them are real people who, you know, identify as a person of color who are being played by a white person. For example, the initial person I saw on this list was, I guess his name is Joseph Fiennes or Fiennes. I'm not sure, but he's playing Michael Jackson. He's a white British guy, playing Michael Jackson right now.
Like a biopic?
Yeah, you know. But I think it's so funny because no one at all is speaking about this. He's playing an actual African-American man, and he's white, and people are mad that a black girl is playing a fictional white mermaid.
Well, I find it like funny because I've heard so many times that Ariana Grande should have played Ariel.
Yeah.
She's not a white female.
She's not. But because she passed.
But because she passes.
It's okay.
It is acceptable.
Right, 100%.
Ariel, if she were human, she would be red hair, fair skin, probably freckles.
Right. It's like Lindsay Lohan.
Hello. But people were saying just because Ariana Grande is popular, she is very poppy. She's one of the it musicians right now. She's vocally talented. That she should play her.
Yeah.
But that would be wrong too.
Exactly.
Would you say like it's just like a miscast situation, or
sometimes my biggest thing is if it doesn't affect the story, and this is what I've learned from acting and taking acting classes and working with people who have tried to like develop stories and things like that shouldn't matter. Like, if him being white or her being white does not change or help the story, why does it matter? Her being black, him being black, if it doesn't help the story, why does it matter?
Oh my God.
Now, if you're playing Michael Jackson, he's a black man. You don't need an Asian guy out there playing him, or a white guy out there playing. It doesn't make sense.
Everybody, let me just do a quick thing. DeAndre, when he was younger, he got The Little Mermaid from his grandmother. Everybody, hold on.
She was a whole different. She was not.
Hold on. Everybody, comment below. When you think of The Little Mermaid, give us 3 descriptions of what the Little Mermaid is to you. Ariel, just let us know.
That one Ariel, man.
DeAndre got a naked.
I don't know who she was.
Blonde. And give the third one. Naked.
Scary.
Scary.
I don't know.
Different. From what we have known.
All you gotta do is Google
which
it.
we are.
Google it.
Which society is giving.
Continue the story. I'm gonna get some more wine.
Society is giving so many issues for her being casted. And here, like in the early 90s, you're seeing naked Ariel that's not really Ariel. Not red hair, blonde hair.
And she ain't nobody clothes.
No bra, no nothing. She's just swimming around completely naked.
She was doing anything for clout, baby. Doing it all.
So like, why was that acceptable? And that was strictly just an animation, but like...
I told my grandma, I said, that is not... I don't know who this girl is.
She was so proud. She was so proud when she got that for you, but that just like feeds into it, like where acceptance is like there are different levels of acceptance.
Yeah.
With an animation, they just call it like bootleg, like it's not.
And I think the
original.
reason why I was okay is because she was another white girl. You know.
No, but like if you have a norm, and traditional Ariel is the norm. So you as a kid, you already knew.
Right.
This shit's weird.
I knew it was different. Yeah.
You knew it was weird.
Right.
So by having that situation, you already understood the norm of what the Disney character
was.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I understood that it was different, but what I'm saying is mainstream America was okay with it because she was another white woman. She was a white, blonde hair, blue-eyed girl swimming around. She wasn't.
But Ariel wasn't that.
What she was, but she was white. That's what I'm saying. That was still okay. Just like, think about it. Like, one of the biggest movies that they change characters all the time, James Bond. Right? Ton of different James Bonds. All of them different white guys who look different, but still they fit into what that mode of what they want James Bond to be. As soon as they heard of Idris Elba being James Bond, what happened? Everybody lost their damn mind. James Bond can't be black. Now all these other guys are okay. These different variations are fine. But when they hear that this black man is gonna be Bond, absolutely not. You know what I mean? He stood out of that mold. So that's why I feel like having things like that, like, oh, it's okay. It's a little different, but it's fine. We can accept it, but it's okay. Just like with the remake of Beauty and the Beast. What's her name? Playing Belle. Loved her. And yeah, she was great. Gorgeous, beautiful. She fit the role perfectly, I think. But it was just no big thing in it. Like, I think Beyonce playing Nala in the new Lion King, people respect the hell out of Beyonce first off. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna say too much. But however, she's not on camera, so she's not hearing things. And even though Lion King is set in Africa and they have the lions and all this stuff, I guarantee you they would have some way to say something like, this ain't right. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just, I feel like that's what part of the whole issue with all that is. I think just like when Trump became president, everybody showed their true colors with certain racism and certain thoughts. I think it's coming out with the same thing with the Little Mermaid, and people are showing how they truly feel and showing what they truly are. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters if Ariel is black, white, Asian, Latina, Pacific Islander, whatever.
So are you saying, look at this stuff, isn't it neat? What did you think? My collection's complete. What did you think? I'm a girl, the girl who has everything. Look, if Haley can do it, cast a gay for it. That'd be epic and iconic. Just saying.